That was an abrupt start. I was trying to time it all right, but oh no. Well, anyway, welcome everybody. We are here. We are live. And we are launching a smidge late, but we should be okay. We're on our way to the Warrior King Memorial Space Station to get down our last moon rescuee that we rescued last time. And I was trying to time the launch of all of this to get efficiently up to the station, but we're launching a little bit later than what I otherwise would. I didn't time it out quite so well, but we are off nonetheless, and it's not going to be too big of a deal to get there. Actually, I do have a tourist contract to put a tourist into orbit that I've had for a long time, and I almost snuck the tourist in there. But then the contract required me to put a pilot in there as well, and that would have filled up this thing. This thing only holds 2 Kerbals. And then I would have had to bring down Philipp, and I would have had to bring down the tourist. That would have left 3 Kerbals up in the station, and with only one of these Terrier 1-A3s left attached to it. So I'd have more people on the stations than vessels that could bring them down. I know that's probably not a big deal, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't like that, so that's so we're sending this up touristless, as it were. And anyway, as for the plan for today, is once I get that last moon rescuee down, I think it's Philipp that's up there, then what I plan on doing is getting that build done for my asteroid hunter. It's going to be a pretty large ship that's going to go out there, find a near Kerbal asteroid, latch onto it, wrestle it under control, and hopefully the goal is going to be to get it to moon orbit. I do not have a contract for doing this. I just want to do it anyway. I want to get it to moon orbit and eventually use it as the base of a space station. That's going to be the entire plan, and I'm hoping that this asteroid will be in moon orbit by the end of the next stream. So this stream I'm hoping to have this thing built and sent on its way. Next stream I'm hoping to have the asteroid in lunar orbit, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, we have just locked on to the prograde vector. We are on our way. You might recall the last time this thing flew last stream, this didn't detach after it fired, which sent the ship into a bit of a tumble. We're about to find out if it's going to be okay this time. Yay! That's what it's supposed to do, all right. And what ended up happening, I went into it and tried to figure out why did that not go. Here, we're going to lose another stage here. Should anyway, right? Sometime? Anytime? There we go. All right, we're doing fine. But why that happened, why it didn't detach last time is, and I think I'm going to have to blame this one on 1.12. I went into the action groups. Here, we can take a look at the action groups here, show you what I mean. Action groups, action groups, action groups, action groups. Edit the action groups. If we go into the action groups for action group 5, which is what stage is that, it says Clampatron undock node. In the past, before 1.12, let's close all this and put this back, it used to say decouple node instead of undock node. So it still said decouple node because I built this craft some time ago. Let's get into space. And the wording of that changed to undock node. So I think when the action group said to decouple the node, it didn't know what that was, and so that's why it didn't detach. That's the theory I'm working with anyway. So again, I'm blaming that on 1.12. But there is it's an interesting changing of wording. Okay. We just have to do a 345.8 meter per second burn to complete our orbital insertion. Let's get ourselves to that. Then we got to get to the station where our Kerbals are. What's the name of the CPU thingy? This is the mod Kerbal Operating System, or just KOS, which allows you to write programs that you can load onto your ship and run. Right now, the program that is running is a launch script that I wrote that is doing all the launching for me. So it's kind of like McJeb, except you have to get it to do everything. But I do like automating a lot of these things that I do on a regular basis. Oh, I should shut down these ant engines. We'll do that after this is done. They're not necessary anymore. They're just simply using up fuel for no reason. Just needed a little bit of extra thrust down in the lower part of the atmosphere, but don't need it right now. But we're just going to turn these off as soon as this burn. Turning them off during mid-burn would probably be a bad idea. Okay, that is that. And let's start shutting down engines. So that one, and that one, and that one. So we're just running on the central Terrier engine, and we'll move the Terrier into its own stage here. Move these guys out of the way if I need them. If the Terrier fails, they'll be there for me. Okay, let's set up our rendezvous with the station. You've seen me do this many times before, so I'm going to try and do it quickly. Whoops. Here, I can just drag this there. Oh, I saw a 0.1 kilometer, so I think that is going to be perfectly fine. It's only a 3-second burn, so I'm just going to turn down the throttle limiter on this a little bit. All right, let's get ourselves to that. Whoop. Go to free view because I think it looks better. And yeah, I just wanted to get this contract kind of out of the way. Don't need this anymore. Put this on rendezvous so we can watch our close approach indicators. Get ready to do the burn here. Started a little early because I didn't want to go to full thrust. Not quite sure why. Okay, I can see my... Oh, okay, let's see. Got about 670. I'm not sure if I overcooked it and undercooked it. I overcooked it a little bit. So let's back off a bit with RCS. Oh, I had it around... There we go, 171 meters. That's cool. That's fine. All right, we're gonna be at the station in about 15 minutes. Sun has come up. I'm getting a question from Charlie saying, how do you keep rockets from rotating around the axis? You mean flipping out, I think is the common term for that, if I'm understanding you correctly. The key to it is keeping the center of lift well below the center of mass. If your rocket is flipping around and going backwards, that's almost always the cause. I do have a video on that just says how to stop rockets from flipping, if you want to take a look at that. But it is mostly about controlling where that center of lift is, making sure the center of lift in the VAB is way below the center of mass. And if you're not sure what I mean, I do have a whole video on that. I'm just trying to dial this in a little bit. And if that's not what you meant, Charlie, let me know. Looking at my close approach indicators here. Dialing this in. About 65 meters now. I think that's going to suffice. Get ourselves in closer to the station. I've done a number of Whoa, I'm coming in pretty quick here. I'm just noticing that. Start slowing down here a little bit. Been doing a lot. I did a number of pretty inefficient rendezvous the last couple of streams, and I'm going to try and make this one a little less embarrassing. Try and get there any more efficient way. Okay, let's control from here. Let's flip over to the station. We got to dock over here because this is our only 0.65 meter docking port. I'm hoping to have a new orbiter sometime in the near future. Where is our... Okay, so I gotta push it into the brown part, the retrograde icon I'm talking about, because I can see that the docking port is above the planet. The planet is, you know, the station is between the planet and the docking port. So I want to come on this side, which is away from the planet. And because I'm going retrograde, away from the planet is the brown, which is the opposite of if you were going forward. But hopefully this will get me going in the direction I want and coming up above this. And docking, grabbing ourselves a couple of Kerbals. The station's getting nice and big. This is the station part proper here. This here is the Nerve 1, my Kerbin station runabout, which I would love to refuel and get going and doing some more stuff with. And then this is another Terrier 1-A3, pretty much identical to this one. Probably is identical to this one, actually. Slow down a little bit more. All right, hello there, Javier. Glad you could be here. All right. Going at about a meter. I'm going to slow down just one more little go with these engines. They're about 0.5 meters per second. We can deal with the rest of this with RCS. Put that on our little maneuver indicator, docking node indicator there. Aim our camera up at the front to give us a better view. Hopefully, for once, or at least last a little while, doing this without too much drama. Let's get in there a little closer. Probably can come forward a little bit. I think I need to come more. It's hard to kind of, is it? No, it's this way. This way. This way. I need to go. Actually, if anything, I might be going a little too quick now. Slow down. There. Starting to see the prograde vector over here on this side of the Navball. Just slowing down. Let's bring that one out. There we go. That's what I want to see, that prograde vector. I'm coming in kind of quick. There we go. I think I got it. I got it. I got it. There we go. Okay, we are docked. Let's see here. So, I got them mixed up last time. This one, how much? If I transfer crew, there's nobody here. Transfer crew. Should be nobody in that. I don't know which one I just docked. I should I think I got this is the new one. This is the old one over here. I'm pretty sure. Okay. We should have Kerbals about. So in here should be Philipp. There you are. And we'll transfer you to here. Did he go? He did not for some reason. Okay. For some reason it didn't work. Transfer to here. There he goes. Okay. And I got still Valentina and Bill up here. They've been up in space for actually a long, long time. I would like to get them down, especially Valentina. Valentina is at, where is she here? 33% of her lethal radiation dose. But I'll do that at some future time. I want to get into building this asteroid dooberdub. So let's see. I know I don't need anywhere near the fuel that's on here, so I'm going to try and do this a little bit more quickly. I got a little mixed up last time. So here, let's dump out this fuel. Last time I used, oh, I went out, silly. Last time I used the TAC Resource Manager, but I got myself all mixed up with that too, so probably better not to go there. I can see I have a mismatch now with liquid fuel and oxidizer. Yeah, that's all on me. Out. Okay. And this one in that way. I think I can do it quicker this way. All right, where else do I got fuel hidden? I can always use this tool. This tool. Liquid fuel. Where else do we have? Of course, in, oh, it's just in the ships, of course. So these ones are full. Oh, not all of them. Here, and do. Just don't want to waste the fuel. So we don't need much to get back down. Oh, it's all these hemispherical ones that are a headache. Always looks good putting in all those little small tanks, but it always is a mixed blessing. Okay. Are they all full? They are all full, so that's no good. Great. All right. Well, I do have this big old tank of liquid fuel. Unfortunately, it's only liquid fuel, not oxidizer. And it's not going for some reason. In. Okay, fine. Be that way. Why won't you go in? Let's try this again. There. There. Out. There it goes. And we'll empty this tank too. Out. Waste not, want not. Unfortunately, I don't have anywhere to put the oxidizer. Out. 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 Okay. Not a lot of fuel compared to what this thing can hold, but okay. I think we're good. Let's undock. This one. There we go. Back on you. Oh, I should have also gotten rid of some of the monopropellant, but oh well. It's all right. All right, so let's get ourselves back down to the surface with Philipp, and then we'll look at starting that build. And hopefully getting it into space and getting it on its way. That's what I'm hoping. Stop around here. I always start these descent burns right, you know, by the Woomerang launch site. Just not that there's anything special about the site, but it's just a convenient point of reference, and it's nice to start these always from the same place. Okay, where's the station? Nope, we're good. Okay. Let's just do this thing. Well, I guess I can turn on trajectories. I'm just going to go for the ocean here. Trajectories, by the way, always will predict long in this situation because it is calculating it based on still having all of this mass, but of course this whole service module bit of it is going to detach, and that means less mass, but pretty much the same cross-sectional area, which means the drag will be pretty much the same, but with more mass you will carry yourself further. Alright, and we will detach. Try again. There we go. And we have no more SAS. We are just tumbling down towards the surface. Hopefully, to land in the ocean over there. Some folks might recall the time I put Valentina into the mountains with one of these roly-poly capsules. There's been a bit of a discussion in the Discord regarding the efficacy of these roly type of capsules, which, by the way, nobody uses. Everybody thinks about the Soyuz with a round capsule, but the round part that's at the top of Soyuz isn't what comes down to the surface again. What comes down to the surface has a flat-ish, curved, but flat, much more flat bottom that presents itself to the airstream. And of course, if you think of sort of the Apollo-style capsules, the Dragon-style capsules, I'm worried I'm going to come short. They're much the same sort of... well, right on the KSC by this. We'll see what we get. And they are better at distributing the heat. They are safer on the descent than these roundy ones. But I like the look of the roundy ones so much that it's hard to not use them. And also in game, they are cheaper and lighter and carry the same number of Kerbals. So they're really kind of are tempting because of that. All right. Hey, Philippe. And that's the real world Philippe, not this Philippe that I'm saying hello to. All right, coming over the KSC. Oh, it's a short trip for the ships to come pick her up. There is a blader on this one. Hardly used any of it up. But there is a blader all around this particular capsule. All right. And of course, now the long go down to the bottom. Oh, and by the way, although for once I'm landing during the daytime so everybody can see well, I noticed with the last couple of streams, I didn't have the ambient light boost on. Usually I get into the settings and boost the ambient light by about 10%. My main monitor is pretty good at handling blacks. So I don't notice it when I don't have the ambient light boost on. But then all of a sudden I was looking at a video while through my phone and went, oh yeah, that's pretty dark. I'm amazed anybody can see that. So hopefully if you've been having trouble seeing the ships in the previous couple of streams, hopefully things will be a little bit better now when we're in the night side. Alright, so yeah, no science. We got a level 1 Philipp. And this contract is now complete. All right, so I'm happy with that. Let's get, actually, before I get into the VAB, one thing I want to get back in, the administrative building. I want to take a look at my strategies. I haven't been taking a look at these too much. To be honest, I'm finding with what I'm doing, there's not ones that are super duper working for me. But I did a proto build in order to make the thumbnail for this very video, and that thing turned out to be pretty massive. So I think I'm going to pick up now massive scale launches. I think I'll just pick up massive scale launches 2. Massive scale launches says that if I can put at least 20 tons into orbit, I get a $40,000 or Kerbucks in funds. If I can get 75 tons into orbit, it's 60 and 25 reputation. And it cost me only $50,000 to set that up. There is a massive scale launches 3, which has the same rewards at 20 and 75 tons, but adds, if you can get up 250 tons, and I won't launch 250 tons into space, so I'm not going to waste my time spending the extra money for massive scale launches 3. It does have the cute thing here that facility repairs are free. Sorry about the launch pad if you launch something as big as that. But I'm going to get massive launches 2, but I can only have 3 strategies going at the same time. So I am going to get rid of, to boldly go, 3, which rewards me for getting to new biomes. I'm pretty much exhausted the biomes, I think. I think I've gone now to gotten science from every biome around Kerbin. Well, maybe not from Kerbin, but definitely from the moon and Minmus. Now I'm thinking about it. I don't think I've ever gone to Tundra or Pools or anything like that. So I'm going to delete that one. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to pick up massive scale launches 2. And that rolls that up. And I'll keep the other ones. I got Probe Frenzy, which gives me boosts for transmitting science from uncrewed vessels, but does make crewed vessels more expensive, but I got a lot of money, so I don't care. And then I got my engineer focus, which gives me a bonus when I'm doing bases and stations stuff with engineers around. So I'm going to keep those 2. All right, there we go. That's that. And by the way, those strategies come from the Strategia mod, in case anybody was wondering.